Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. Hi, it's me, your friend Corey, and we're going to work on a little bit of crochet. I think I'm going to pull out, I think we're going to work on one that matches my hair right now. See how much that matches? That's crazy. Anyways, the hair's faded a little bit, but this is still very, very pretty. Super glad you're here today, and let's get crocheting. Okay, change of view. Oh, forgot to put my ring on this morning. Hold on. Where's my ring? I had it. That's why my hand is feeling a little off. Okay, sorry. I'm able to fit my cubic zirconian ring again, so I have been wearing it like crazy, and now my hand is getting used to it again. So it feels weird when I don't wear it. It's not exactly a bedtime one. This one could definitely scratch you really, really bad, being that it's the way it is. Nice ring, though. Anyway, so this is Summer Nights, and I got this at the Dollarama for $4.50 a skein. I got like 8 of them. It is a one weight super fine. It says use a 3.5 millimeter, and it's got 800 meters. 800 meters. Machine wash and dry. 82% acrylic and 18% polyester. This is a bonus bundle, which means it's a bit bigger than they normally are. Now, I've never actually heard of this particular yarn before I found it. And I actually almost bypassed it completely in the store. But we made 3 different trips to basically buy out what they had, and now I have pretty much all of it, I think, in town. Just saying, you know, it's definitely up my alley. I'm going to turn that one around. Got a perfect center pole. Gotta love how beautiful that looks. And I'm starting a hexie cardigan is what I think I'm going to make. I may decide to frog it. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a different inspiration or see something that I think will suit this yarn a little bit better. To take this yarn apart, it's going to need a very, very careful pull. Just because of the shiny bits. But I'll probably just leave it as it is because I just might make this into a hexie pullover where front and back are both sewed together, or the 2 sides. So I may do that instead of a cardigan. I might just do a pullover. I could add maybe some gray for the ribbing around the neck and the wrists and the bottom. Maybe, yeah, that actually sounds pretty nice. I might do that. I think that might be what I want to do with this one. I think gray would go really good with this. Oh, crochet, how I love thee. Let me count the ways. Well, I don't want to count. So in the corners we do 2 clusters of double crochets. So that's 3 double crochets per cluster. And then we chain 2. It's the only spot I'm chaining. This one I'm actually skipping the chains, just to keep them a little bit closer. And being that it's 3.5, they are definitely going to be close. So then it's just a little bit better for like a colder weather, springtime thing that I can just throw on my way out. Or just wear around the house. I haven't completely decided that. And I might not even do ribbing on it. Who knows? Maybe I'll just stitch around the whole thing and make a border. I don't know. 2, 2, and 3. And I said 2 too many times, but that's okay. In my brain, it is all making sense. And that's where it counts the most, right? The person making it. Even the beautiful, beautiful, beautiful yarn. So I seem to really enjoy working with Lion Brand. Every time I get a different Lion Brand, I haven't found one yet that I haven't been totally wowed by. That's a really good track record because, you know, like with Hobie, I love their cakes, but I didn't like Carnival as much as I thought I should. It's kind of tricky to work with. It's not so much the roving, it's the extra silkiness to it. I don't know, it's like it's got some sort of coating or something to make it a little more slippy, and I'm probably totally off on that, but it feels like that to me. Like this, I can feel a little bit of a scratchy feeling from the metal, the filament there that has the shine, but other than that, it's got a good feel to it. I don't think I'd want this like directly against my skin, like make a nightgown or something. That'd be kind of fun to do a nightgown. Maybe that absolutely stunning black I got from Temu, maybe I'll make a nightgown. Nah, maybe. Who knows? I'm leaning towards more of like a wrap, like almost like a robe, but more like a dress. If you know what I mean, like the crossover one. I have the basic shape of what the pieces need to be to make that wraparound dress. Like it's 70s style. It has a nice long belt around it. And I've always wanted one. That is a style that actually suits my body very nicely. And I've never been able to find something that I wanted in that style. Like the right material, the right cut, that kind of thing. Yeah. So that is something to keep in mind. But that's pretty ambitious. But I did buy enough to do something that large, so I may decide to do that. I'll just have to do some research first and find out what I need to know for the size of the pieces, and because I'm pretty sure it's like straight up and down for the one side, and then the other side is like a big sideways triangle that ends in the big belt part of it that has to go around and through. So yeah, there'd be some extra planning on that one, but I think it's doable. And now we're just sitting here spitballing ideas. My favorite. I love it. Just coming up with fun ideas of what to do with fun, beautiful yarn. What a way to spend my day. And that's exactly what I want to do today. Look at yarn, touch yarn, play with yarn. I was able to get a lot of cleanup done last week, so now my mess isn't spilling out to my bed, and everything is put away a lot neater. Clothes are all put away. We have like nothing out, which is absolutely astounding for us. And my girls and I, well, we usually have piles of clothes all over because I don't always like to put them away after I fold them, and I did this time, and it's been a glorious laundry-free week. Everything's made it to the hampers when they've been dirty, and I've been super excited about that. Last night before bed, my youngest decided on her own to pick up her toys and to wipe down her little kitchen, her little toy kitchen. And she said it made her feel amazing to clean up her stuff so then it wouldn't have to be in her way in the morning. It was really cute. I'm very proud of her. Cleaning doesn't have to be an all-day thing or an all my whole life thing, but pick up after yourself right away and you wouldn't have such big messes. Just how it goes. And just like that. Let's just take a moment to admire this yarn. Look at that sparkling in the light. So I think wearing this one out in the regular sunlight is going to be quite the adventure to say the least. Two and three. And again, just making it around, taking in the moment. There we go. Turn that into a half double crochet. Why not? And that green, I really, really like that green. So yeah, my hair has greens and blues and some really blonde spots, and it actually looks like a really beautiful lake that is in my area. So I've been kind of laughing about that a little bit. But everyone keeps saying I have green hair when it was blue. So it's faded out quite a bit. So I guess it's time to redo it. Hopefully I'll be able to show you before the end of the week, but we'll see how many videos I get through in one day, because if I get enough for the whole week, then I'm kind of set, and we're not missing out on our crochet time together, because that's not fun. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Perfect, perfect, perfect. By perfect, I mean this is going to be just so nice. It's so delicate, like way, way smaller, thinner yarn than I used for the other one. Well, of course, because it's super fine, but the other one I made for myself, I think it was a bulky 5. I want to say it's a bulky 5. It was 2 Caron Big Cakes, which I got for my birthday from somebody selling it on Marketplace. I got a whole bunch of very nice yarn for very, very cheap. And my husband was able to talk her in, well, barely had to talk her into it. She just wanted the stuff out of her house, and he was like, my wife would love all of that. Do you want to give me a deal? And she was like, yeah, absolutely, take it. Give it to one person instead of having to find other people for the rest of it? Sure, we're in. So that was nice. And I got some yarns I had never used before, so that was really, really nice. That's one thing I do like about thrifting it and buying it secondhand from somebody else who decided they don't need it or don't want it, or they have too many, or they've used what they needed and they had some left over. I get to find out whether or not the yarn would be worth it at full price. So it's kind of a interesting way to do things. Like, I had a specific wool that I bought off Temu, and I was not sure if I was going to like it because I'm kind of iffy about wool. I quite often get horrible rashes from it due to my overly sensitive skin. But I wanted to see if this would be any better, because I thought, it'd be nice to have like a wool hat, maybe a wool sweater. And yeah, that wool seems to be just fine. So I'm definitely going to have to get more. It has many, many beautiful colorways in that one. So I'm quite happy with it. So probably going to have to get more eventually. Not right away. I got too many birthday parties to pay for. And then other bills coming up and all that good stuff, because it's getting to that time of year. So we do what we got to do. Two and three. Perfect. love this darker grayish blue here. It's really nice. That is such an icy blue. And I'm quite here for it. This yarn is definitely going on to my, I'm impressed with yarn. It's been so easy to work with. It flows like nothing else. Which just means I'm not running into snagging or dropping a stitch or anything like that. If I make a mistake, it is because of me. Like doing a half double crochet instead of a double crochet, that's me. That's me just being overly tired, not getting enough coffee yet so far. Super duper tired-y-do. My eyes are burny, sleepy. Oh, it's also because it's very smoky outside, so that's why the eyes are burny. Does not help things, that is for sure. And back here. And 3. 2. And 3. So just little clusters of 3 double crochets in each of the spaces. No chaining unless we're in a corner. Just in case you wanted to make it like this. I'm not following a pattern. I'm just kind of winging it after looking at a few different patterns. However, I am going to do what Bag O' Day Crystal does when she's doing Granny. Watch one of her videos, and I can't think of which one it is, but the important part is what I learned from her was instead of chaining and then doing another chain up, if you go through here, give it a half double crochet, you've got your corner. It is amazing. All the way down to the very beginning, every single one of these corners have been done like that. These ones are just regular, and they're okay. These ones are a little bit smaller. When you get up here, you just go 1, 2, 3. Then you add in 2 double crochets to the side, and that's your whole cluster. You can go to the next space. And I totally see why she does that, and I love it, and I think it looks amazing. So I've been doing it too. And I will definitely say it was because of her and her crochet experience, which is way far past mine. And I appreciate everything I can learn from her and everybody else. Anyway, that's all I have time for today. Thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box. And we will see you again very soon. Bye.